Hi students, how are you? So I welcome you for our chemistry class. This video is about carbon and its compound. The first compound of carbon is carbon monoxide. So here you will learn about preparation, properties, uses and structure of carbon monoxide. So our topic is carbon monoxide. The formula of carbon monoxide is CO, capital C and capital O. So here we will study about preparation, then properties and uses, then structure of carbon monoxide. So the first one we will look preparation. There are three methods. First method is reaction of carbon with limited amount of oxygen. Then second method is industrial scale. Third method is reaction of methanoic acid with sulfuric acid. So we will see one by one all the three methods. So first we will see limited oxygen with carbon. So first method, carbon plus oxygen. Okay. So when carbon reacts with a limited amount of oxygen, here oxygen should be very little quantity only, so not in excess quantities. So the reaction is carbon plus oxygen, we will get carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. So both sides you have to check and balance the equation. Here one carbon, here also one carbon, here two oxygen is there, here only one oxygen is there. So put 2 here. So again here you check, then put 2 here. So this is the balanced equation of carbon monoxide. So this is the first reaction. So carbon with limited amount of oxygen, we are getting carbon monoxide. Then second method, this is industrial scale. Here the carbon we are allowing to react with air. Since air contains oxygen and nitrogen, so we are getting a mixture of carbon monoxide plus nitrogen. Since air contains nitrogen, in the product also we are getting oxygen and air and nitrogen. Here this oxygen combines with carbon, so we are getting carbon monoxide and nitrogen. So this mixture is called producer gas. Then you need to balance the equation. Here it will come 2 and here it will come C plus O2 and N2. So here you put 2. So 2 carbon, oxygen and nitrogen, and we are getting carbon monoxide plus nitrogen. So it is called producer gas. So then this producer gas, it's a solution. It has to pass through copper 1 chloride, that is CuCl, under pressure. So it will form a compound of CuCl CO dot 2 H2O. It's a compound. It will be formed after this producer gas will be mixing together with this copper 1 chloride. Then after that, this compound will be treated under reduced pressure Finally, the solution will be released is carbon monoxide. This is the final product. So in the second method, it is an industrial scale production method. Here we are treating this carbon with air. This air will contain nitrogen and oxygen. We are getting a mixture of carbon monoxide and nitrogen. So this mixture is called producer gas. Then this producer gas will be reacting with this copper 1 chloride solution. We are getting a compound of CuCl CO.2H2O. This compound again will be treated under reduced pressure. We are getting carbon monoxide. Then third method, here we are getting pure carbon monoxide. So methanoic acid, then concentrated sulfuric acid, so both the mixture, it should be warm, have to heat little, so it is called warming. Finally we are getting carbon monoxide, then water, also sulfuric acid. So methanoic acid formula is HCOOH, then concentrated sulfuric acid H2SO4. We are getting the product of carbon monoxide, water, then sulfuric acid. Here this carbon monoxide will be 100% pure carbon monoxide. So that's all about the preparation of carbon monoxide. There are three methods. One is this carbon will be reacting with limited amount of oxygen. In second method, carbon then plus air. Here this air contains oxygen and nitrogen. In third method, methanoic acid is reacting with concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, hope you understood the reactions. Now the properties of carbon monoxide. See, so carbon monoxide, it's a colorless gas. Then it is odorless. Third one is poisonous gas. So it's a colorless gas, that means there is no color. Then odorless means there is no taste of this carbon monoxide. Then it is poisonous. Poisonous means if you inhale this carbon monoxide, it will kill us. Fourth point is, it is slightly soluble in water. So it is slightly soluble in water. Then fifth point is, it burns with oxygen. Carbon monoxide burns with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide, it is a blue color flame. The color of carbon dioxide, when the carbon monoxide burns with oxygen, it is giving carbon dioxide with blue flame. Next properties of this carbon monoxide, when carbon monoxide, when it is treated with chlorine in the presence of light or charcoal. Charcoal means it's like ash. அதாவது தமிழில் வந்து கரின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So carbon monoxide, when it treated with chlorine in the presence of light or charcoal, it is forming a poisonous gas that is called carbonyl chloride, COCl2. This carbonyl chloride is also known as phosgene, PHOS. And this phosgene you already studied in class 11. In organic chemistry you studied this carbon monoxide reacting with chlorine, it is forming carbonyl chloride. It is called phosgene. This phosgene, it is used for the synthesis of isocyanates. Right? Hope you understood. Also, this carbon monoxide, it is acting as the reducing agent. Carbon monoxide, it is acting as reducing agent. It is mainly used to preparing many metals by reducing its oxides. For example, carbon monoxide, it is used as a reducing agent in the manufacturing of iron. Fe2O3, this is iron 2 oxide. It is forming Fe plus 3 CO2. Here what is happening? This Fe is reduced from Fe2O3. Okay. This carbon monoxide, it is removing the oxygen from the Fe2O3, so it is acting as the reducing agent. Usually reducing agent means removing oxygen. An agent which removes oxygen from a compound, it is called reducing agent. So carbon monoxide removes oxygen from Fe2O3 and finally producing Fe only. So it is called a reducing agent. So now the eighth property is, under high temperature and pressure, when carbon monoxide and hydrogen both are reacting together under high temperature and high pressure, we are getting methanol. So this carbon, a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen, it is called syngas or synthetic gas. So we are getting methanol. The formula of methanol is CH3OH. The ninth properties of this carbon monoxide, it is called oxo process. In this oxo process, ethene, this is ethene, is combining with carbon monoxide and hydrogen. We are getting propanol. Propanol formula is CH3, CH2, CHO. It is an aldehyde. So during oxo process, ethene, carbon monoxide and hydrogen, all these three combining together, we are getting propanol. So that's all about the properties of carbon monoxide. See, carbon monoxide is the colorless, odorless, poisonous gas. Then it is slightly soluble in water. Then carbon monoxide burns with oxygen. It is producing carbon dioxide with blue flame. Then carbon monoxide, chlorine combining together in the presence of light or charcoal, we are getting phosgene or carbonyl chloride. This phosgene, it is used in the manufacturing of isocyanates. Next, this carbon monoxide acting as the reducing agent, since it is removing oxygen from this Fe2O3, so we are calling this carbon monoxide is reducing agent. Then eighth properties is, it is a synthetic, when syngas, that means carbon monoxide and hydrogen reacting together in the presence of high temperature and high pressure, we are getting methanol. Then last properties is oxo process. Here ethene, carbon monoxide and hydrogen, these three compounds combining together to produce propanol. So that's all about the properties of carbon monoxide. So for carbon monoxide, we already studied 9 properties of carbon monoxide. Now one more important properties of carbon monoxide, that is called Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. The spelling is Fischer, Tropsch, Tropsch synthesis. Here the reaction of carbon monoxide, that is CO, with hydrogen plus H2 at high pressure and temperature. Pressure around it is less than 50 atm. Metal is a catalyst, any metal you can use. Then temperature is 500 to 700 Kelvin. We are getting saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Here saturated means there is alkane, that is CN. General formula of alkane is CN H2N plus 2 plus N times water. This is the general formula of alkane. Alkane, that is saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon. At the same time, we are getting alkene also, that is unsaturated hydrocarbon, that is carbon monoxide plus hydrogen, same, that is 50 atm pressure. Metal is a catalyst. Temperature is around 500 to 700 Kelvin. We are getting CnH2n. This is the general formula of alkene. Alkene is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated, that means you already studied in class 11. Saturated contains single bond. Unsaturated contains double bond. Okay, plus N times water. Then when you balance the equation, this is N times carbon monoxide. Then here 2N plus 1 times H2. Here it will come 2N. So this is the balanced equation. Hope you understood. So carbon monoxide reacting with hydrogen at 50 atm pressure in the presence of metal catalyst, and the temperature range is 500 to 700 Kelvin. We are getting saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. The last important properties of carbon monoxide is it is forming numerous complex compounds. That is the last, this is the 10th property, and 11th property is numerous complex compounds. Numerous complex compounds. So this numerous complex compound, how it is formed, that is when carbon monoxide is reacting with transition metals. So when carbon monoxide is reacting with transition metals, it is forming numerous complex compounds. Here this transition metal oxidation state will be 0. Okay. Example, you can see nickel tetracarbonyl. Example 1, nickel tetracarbonyl. Formula of nickel tetracarbonyl is NiCO 4 times. This is one complex compound. Another example is iron pentacarbonyl. Iron pentacarbonyl. Tetra means 4, penta means 5. This nickel formula is Ni, iron symbol is Fe. So FeCO 5 times. The next one is, example is chromium hexacarbonyl. Chromium hexacarbonyl. Hexa means 6. Chromium Cr. So Cr CO 6 times. So these are some examples of complex compounds. So examples are nickel tetracarbonyl, iron pentacarbonyl, chromium hexacarbonyl. So total 11 properties for carbon monoxide. Now, uses of carbon monoxide. Uses of carbon monoxide. So there are some uses of carbon monoxide we are going to see. First use, it is used as the industrial fuels. Industrial fuel. That is, there are two important gases are there. One is water gas. Water gas means a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. They must be in equimolar conditions. That means equimolar mixture of equimolar mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen is known as water gas. And another one important gas, that is producer gas. Producer gas, that is mixture of carbon monoxide and nitrogen. These are called producer gas, and carbon monoxide and hydrogen is called water gas. These two gas, it is used as a fuel in industries. Second use, it is used as the reducing agent in industrial manufacture of metals. Reducing agent. So we already studied in the properties of carbon monoxide plus Fe2O3, it is giving iron plus 3CO2. Okay, so here what is happening, this carbon monoxide is removing oxygen, so it is called reducing agent. Then third use, it is used an ligand and forms carbonyl compounds with transition metal. Okay, so it is forming carbonyl compounds with transition metal. Here the ligand, the meaning of ligand, that is a species. What is the meaning of ligand? So let me write a species. Maybe ions or molecules which donate their lone pairs of electrons to the central metal atom. To the central metal atom to form coordinate bond. Is known as ligand. This ligand you will study in the chapter 4, I think, transition elements. Okay, so these are the uses of carbon monoxide. One is industrial fuel. There are two types of gas. One is water gas, another one is producer gas. These two gas, it is used as industrial fuel. Then it is used as a reducing agent. Mainly it is used in the manufacture of metals, extraction of metals. It reduces its oxides. Then third use, it is forming carbonyl compounds with the transition metals. So it is an important ligand. Ligand, the meaning of ligand is it is a species which donates their lone pair of electrons. Here carbon monoxide, it has some lone pair electron and it will donate to the central metal atom, mainly transition metals, to form a coordinate bond. So that's all about the uses of carbon monoxide. Now the structure of carbon monoxide. Structure of carbon monoxide. So for the structure of carbon monoxide, it has a linear structure. Then there are 3 electron pairs between carbon and oxygen, and the bond length between carbon and oxygen is 1.128 angstrom. So the bond length, okay. Then it is expressed in resonance hybrid. So these are the 4 points about the structure of carbon monoxide. One is linear structure, and it has 3 electron pairs between carbon and oxygen. Then the bond length between carbon and oxygen is 1.128 angstrom, and the 4th point, it is expressed in resonance hybrid. So what is the meaning of resonance? Resonance means it can express any molecule, it can express more than one structure, more than one structure. Then the structure, that the 2 structures, it will be differ by bond and lone pair of electrons. Okay, so any molecule can be expressed more than one structure, but that structures will be different in the bond and lone pair electrons. So for the exam, if the question comes, write the structure of carbon monoxide. So you just write the 4 points, and finally the important thing is you have to write the structures. The structure, the first structure is carbon, then draw one single bond, oxygen. Then oxygen contains 6 lone pair of electrons, and this carbon contains 2 lone pair of electrons. Here minus charge, here plus charge. Okay, so this one of the lone pair electron can be shift towards the bond, then you will get carbon, and here these 2, here it will come double bond, oxygen, and the remaining 4 electron pairs, and again this one of the lone pair electrons, it can shift here, so you will get carbon, triple bond oxygen, here plus and here minus. Clear? So this is the 3 resonating structure of carbon monoxide. This is structure 1, this is structure 2, and this is structure 3. So that's all about for the examination point. You can write only the structure and these 4 points, you will get the full mark. But you should know how these 3 structures obtained. So I will explain. So listen very carefully. For the examination point, this much is enough. Okay, but you should know how these structures obtained. So for that, you should. So first of all, you should write the electronic configuration. So first of all, you should write the electronic configuration for each atoms. So here carbon, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, because the atomic number is 6. For oxygen, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4 because the atomic number is 8. See here, the valence shell electron is, total valence shell electron is here 4, here the valence shell electron is 6 because the valence shell is 2s2 2p2, 2s2 2p4 here. Total electrons will come 10. Okay. So these 10 electrons will be involving the bond formations. So for the 10 electrons, see, carbon, oxygen, so they combine by a bond because each bond equal to 2 electrons. Okay. So one bond will contain 2 electrons. So already one bond is here. So I am subtracting 2 electrons. So remaining 8 electrons will be remaining. So these 8 electrons you have to distribute equally to the that are contributing atoms. So according to Lewis dot structure, the more electronegative atom first you have to prefer. So you have to distribute according to the octet law also. So for oxygen, this is more electronegative atom. Oxygen is more electronegative atom. So first I am going to complete oxygen. So out of 8 electrons, so here already 2 electrons are here. So remaining 6 electrons you have to make it as the lone pairs. Let me draw the lone pairs. 2, 4, 6. Okay. So 6 electron I have completed. So remaining 2 electrons are there. These 2 electron will come for carbon atom. Okay. Now see here, according to the first structure, this carbon contains plus charge and this oxygen contains 1 minus charge. Okay. So hope you understood how the electrons are distributed equally to the carbon and oxygen. But the charge is the confusion, how here minus comes, how here plus comes. For that also you already studied in class 7, that is formal charge. Okay, that is formal charge. For this formal charge, there is one simple formula is there, that is valence electrons minus lone pair electrons minus bond pair electrons divided by 2. So for the structure 1, we will study about oxygen and carbon. For oxygen, the valence electron is 6. Here already we studied this is 6 minus lone pair. Lone pair, how many lone pairs are there? 1, 2, 3. There are total 6 lone pairs are there minus bond pair electron. Bond pair electron 2 divided by 2. So 6 minus 6 will be 0, 0 minus 1 equal minus 1. So this minus 1 comes here. Okay. Next for carbon, valence electrons 4 and bond lone pair electron 2 minus bond pair electron 2 divided by 1. So 4 minus 3 equal to plus 1. So that carbon contains plus charge. Hope you understood this carbon oxygen bond and the charge also. Now second structure, see here what is happening, this electron, one of the lone pair electron from this 3, so it will shifting towards the bond. So we are getting this second structure. How the second structure obtained? Carbon, since this this 2 electron shifting towards the this central bond, so we are getting double bond oxygen, because this minus charge it is here. So when the electrons are shifting here, this minus charge will be disappearing. So remaining 4 lone pairs are there, and here 2 electrons are here. Since these electrons are shifting towards the bond, this charge will be cancelling out. Okay, so that we are getting this second structure. For the second structure, you see Here there are no charges. How no charge comes here? You can apply this formal charge. Formal charge for oxygen and carbon. This is formal charge. For oxygen, here you see here in this structure, as in second structure, valence electron 6 minus lone pair electron, that is there are 4 minus bond pair electron 4 by 2. Okay, so 6 minus 4, that is 2. Here 2, it will become 0. So there is no charge for oxygen. And for carbon, you see here valence electron 4 minus lone pair electrons 2 minus bond pair electron 4, so divided by 2. So 4 minus 2 minus 2. So 4 minus 4 will be 0. So carbon does not have any charge. So for the structure 3, so what will happen? These 2 electrons, this lone pair electron will be shifting towards center. So we are getting carbon, triple bond oxygen, and here 2 lone pairs will be remaining. Also here also 2 lone pairs will be remaining. Okay, so I am writing here carbon, triple bond, oxygen, 2 lone pairs, 2 lone pairs. Here it will become plus charge and carbon will get minus charge. Okay. So this symbol represents, that means it forms a resonating structure. So how this charges comes? So apply this formal charge. You can understand for oxygen, valence electron 6 and lone pair electrons 2 and minus bond pair electron 6 by 2. So 6 minus 2 minus 3. So 6 minus 5, it will become plus 1. So this oxygen contains positive charge. For carbon, valence electrons 4 minus and lone pairs 2 minus bond pairs 6 by 2. So 4 minus 2 minus 3. So it will become 4 minus 5. We will get minus 1. So this carbon contains minus charge. Okay. So this is structure 3. So that's all about the structure of carbon monoxide. So this structure 1, structure 2, structure 3. For examination point, only you write about these 3 structures. That is enough. This explanation and all you no need to write. Just for your understanding purpose, I explained here. Hope you understood the structure of carbon monoxide. So my dear students, so that's all about carbon monoxide. So in this video, you studied about the preparation, then properties, then uses, then structure. Hope you understood all about this carbon monoxide details. If you have any doubt, you can contact me or you can make comments in the comment section. So refer the textbook and we'll go through that book by questions. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me at any time. Thank you very much.